Today, I'm going to talk to you about a number of banned items that different cruise lines have that you want to make sure you don't have in your luggage. One of the biggest concerns that people have when traveling is wanting to make sure they have the ability to charge all of their electronic devices. Unfortunately, on cruise ships, most cruise lines ban the use of power strips with surge protectors because they can be a fire hazard. So what can you do to make sure that all of your appliances are able to be plugged in? First, you can buy a power strip that is a non-surge protecting power strip, or something like this that has multiple USB ports on the bottom and different ways to charge so that you have the ability to charge all of your devices. Royal Caribbean just updated their restricted items list, only allowing passengers to bring adapters with multiple USB ports, but not those that include a regular AC outlet. This is to prevent hazards and strains on the ship's electrical system. Irons and clothing steamers. While we all want to look our best on cruise ships, especially on gala night, it's important to realize that irons and personal steamers are not allowed on most cruise ships. The concern, of course, is that they may be a fire hazard. Many cruise lines offer irons in the cabin or offer some sort of laundry service where if you really need it, you can get your clothing pressed. Another thing you can do is you can hang your clothes in the shower, and that will steam them slowly over time. One thing to realize is that most cruise lines will allow small personal grooming equipment such as curling irons, hair straighteners, and electric shavers. Additionally, most cruise lines will keep a hairdryer in the room, so you don't need to pack one of those either. Food products. Most of us like to bring our favorite snack products when we travel. However, it's important to know that when cruising, most food products are not allowed. Now, of course, food on cruise ships is plentiful. You're not going to go hungry. But if you have some very specific snacks that you want to bring with you, here's a few things to keep in mind. First, make sure that the items you bring along are commercially packaged. This makes things significantly easier. You shouldn't bring homemade products like cookies or brownies. Another thing that is absolutely not allowed is any products that is made from meat or cheese. Probably one of the biggest things you need to realize is you absolutely cannot bring any fruit onto the ship. Additionally, and this is a common thing you often see at port, is a lot of people will take fruit off of the buffet and bring it onto different shore excursions. Please know that in most countries, this is forbidden and you could potentially be fined. Beverages. Cruise lines want you to purchase beverages from them, so it's pretty understandable that they ban passengers in most circumstances from bringing their own beverages on board, especially alcoholic beverages. Many cruise lines do actually allow you to bring one bottle of wine that is 750 milliliters. Realize that they may charge you a fee to uncork it. Additionally, Carnival Cruise Line does allow you to bring a 12-pack of cans of soda or juice. There are a number of hacks that you might see online from various people trying to give you hints on how to sneak alcohol on board. For example, I've seen ones where they sell empty shampoo bottles that you can pour your alcohol into, or people who encourage you to take cans out of a 12-pack of soda and instead put in cans of beer. Please realize that the security teams on the cruise lines have also seen those videos. It's important to remember that most non-alcoholic beverages, apart from soda and energy drinks, are included in the price of your trip. If you find this content helpful and useful in your trip planning, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. Flotation devices and other pool toys. Of course, most people think of the different swimming options available on a cruise ship. The reality is most of these swimming pools are incredibly small, so cruise lines ban passengers from bringing on flotation devices and other pool toys that is just going to make the experience difficult for other travelers. One thing is that most cruise lines will allow you to have little arm floaties for the children. Electrical appliances. When packing for your trip, most electrical appliances are banned on cruise ships. Some examples of banned appliances include things like hot plates, coffee makers, humidifiers, and heating pads. All of these things have heating elements and they might start a fire. Know that CPAP machines are allowed, and most cruise lines have distilled water available for them. Drugs and CBD. Now, most people know they're not supposed to bring controlled substances onto a cruise ship. However, as many states and localities have legalized some drugs, particularly marijuana, it is important to note that no matter what the laws are in your particular state, those things are not allowed on a cruise ship. Cruise lines are required to follow the rules of the ports, and so they take the strictest view on these controlled substances. While a lot of people may understand that marijuana products are banned, they may not realize that other products, such as Delta-8 or CBD, which is found in many sleep aids, are also prohibited products. Recently, a woman on Carnival Cruise Line had one of these CBD products in a sleep aid, and she was actually banned from traveling on Carnival Cruise Lines again. No one wants to be arrested for the things that are in their luggage, so make sure all of your controlled substances stay home. Weapons. Okay, it kind of goes without saying. When traveling on a cruise ship, you shouldn't bring any guns, knives, tasers, or any other weapons that might harm other passengers. While most people know not to bring those type of weapons, there are other things that the cruise lines consider to be weaponry, and thus they are banned products. One example are novelty cigarette lighters that might look like guns. Also, you don't want to bring any toy weapons with you. Another thing you want to make sure that you do is clean out your luggage from your last trip. Recently, an American was arrested in Turks and Caicos for having shell casings in his backpack from a previous trip. Regardless, if it remotely looks like a gun or any other type of weapon, you're going to want to leave it at home. Toys. Okay, if you're traveling with little ones, you can bring toys with you. However, there are a few things that fall into this category of toys that are not allowed on cruise ships. The first are Nerf guns and squirt guns. Besides kind of looking like weaponry, they also can definitely ruin the experience of other travelers, so they are banned. Another category of toys that are banned because they are a safety concern are items such as hoverboards, skateboards, and scooters. Finally, most sporting equipment, such as baseball bats and hockey sticks, are also prohibited on cruise ships. Drones. Recently, some cruise lines have been mixing up the rules on this one, but generally, all cruise lines will not allow you to use a drone while you are on ship. A few cruise lines are allowing passengers to bring drones on ship and allowing them to use them at various ports. If your cruise line allows you to use a drone while at port, they will usually have that listed on their website. Additionally, they will often confiscate the drone and hold on to it until you get to port, so be aware of that. For most of these items, if you have them in your luggage, your cruise line will simply confiscate those items from you and return them to you at the end of your cruise. I hope you have learned a lot about what items are banned on cruises, and hopefully this will make your packing easier as you move forward into your next cruise. Thanks for watching.